This man said, why every time I meet a woman, she's behind on her bills or she needs help with a bill? If that's something that you're questioning and it's bothering you, upsetting you, that you have to bring it to the internet, you don't need to be meeting women right now. You need to be focusing on yourself and getting your life together so that that doesn't bother.
This is the equivalent of you walking down the street and a homeless person's like, hey man, can I borrow, can I have $1? Can I have $5? And you like, nah, right now I don't got it. And you're like, broke ass nigga. Me? I'm broke? Wait, hold up. I'm broke when you're begging me for money. And I'm like, nah. But you're a bum on the street. But I'm broke, I don't want to give you none. I got to get my life together. Hold up. I got to get my life together to help you get your life together. And because I can't help you get your life together, I'm a bum. But you're the one that needs to get your life together? Do women hear themselves sometimes? Like, do they, like, I'm gonna repeat this for you just in case I lost you. I'm a bum because I don't have the funds to take care of your life and my life. But you don't have the funds to take care of your life at all? That level of kinjutsu does not work on me.
It bothers me because there's a reason why young men and men in general, to our earlier point, are not coming up and approaching women. They're not actively looking to date. It's because of things like this. And I actually posted about this on my own Instagram, and the number of men in the comments when asked why they don't approach women or why they're not even trying to date is, I don't want to be the butt of a joke on social media. I don't want to be made fun of. I don't want to be mocked. I'd rather just live my own life and stay to myself. So these kind of apps, they're not helping. To all the young women out there that want to find a man, going on apps like this to read just smut about other people, it's not helping your case.
I think modern women don't really understand that they're so disrespectful in a lot of these situations. It's extremely disrespectful. Why would a man come up to me? Why would a man approach me? It's because there's a great chance that the man is going to get disrespected for whatever reason. Now, I think most men will say, if that's something that I did, that's on me. I got it. I understand it, right? Because that's something I did. I need to fix that. But if I'm coming up to you acting like I have some sense, if I'm approaching you with respect and dignity, why are you still trying to clown? Why are you still trying to act a fool? If I'm doing what you asked me to, well, approach me like this, say this, you just kind of, you don't have to change who you are, but kind of understand the situation and read the room. I feel like it shouldn't take you reading the room for you to understand that people don't like to be disrespected and made fun of. But this is what modern women will do. A man will read the room, approach you how he's supposed to approach you, and then instead of saying and being graceful, which is, what you're supposed to be doing as a lady, instead of being graceful and gracious about the interaction, even if you really don't like him or take to him or fancy him, instead of being gracious to him, you're disrespectful and you're laughing in his face and you're posting him online. What type of loser does that?
No man should ever call a woman a bitch. No man.
Okay.
And I'm your wife. And you've been through previous relationships, and I'm asking you what happened, what you said to these previous women, and it was nothing. I walked off. But your wife, you can call her not just once, not just twice, not just in one setting. I remember it's been multiple times in these past 7 months. And it's a trigger for me because when I was younger, I was called that and used. So,
oh, wow.
It's really a trigger for me. And it's not like I didn't sit there and tell my husband these things before. So you're not just saying these things because you're upset. You're saying it literally to hurt me. And how could you love me and call me a repeatedly? Like, you don't do that to people you love. Like, and he's like, well, you call me a and I said, yeah, I have, but it's not a trigger for you. It's not detrimental for you.
So you can't call a but she can call me a if I call a it's a trigger for her because another called her, but she could call me a well, let me say this. That judge, you, that old in the green, all y'all just got on my mother nerves because you had me in the beginning. I was on your side. I was like, you know, a husband shouldn't call his wife a if she ain't doing no bitchy. But no, I watched this whole video just to get to the end, and you called him a too. Well, you. I called you a divorce me.
Chivalry is dead, and women. Men, you need to protect yourselves. Back 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago, if you went on a first date with a girl, the likelihood that she had a genuine interest in you and wasn't just using you because she was bored or she wants a free meal, the likelihood that any one given first date even ends up becoming a second date is very small. Most first dates don't lead anywhere. In the past, you'd maybe go on like 3 first dates and then you're married. Now, be going on 3 dates a week. Are you probably going to lose girls if you don't pay for the date? Yes. However, it's a matter of principle. I'm not going to be paying for a girl on a date that's f***ing another dude, and most of these chicks are f***ing other dudes. Like, I'm not going to.
And the one thing that modern women will continue to do is talk themselves out of help. They'll continue to talk themselves out of assistance. And they'll continue to let their pride and their ego get them in trouble. I don't need no man. I don't want you to take the lead. Get out of my way. I can do it. Or I don't need no man. I don't need you to provide. I can do this, and this. And when a man step back and say, oh, you got it, because that's a man's nature, is a step back. If you told me you got it, that's what I would do with my friends. I'm trying to help you out unless I see you falling over. Then I'm not going to help. Okay, he said he got it. That's a boundary that men don't cross. Not a lot of times. If he say he got it, he got it. I don't think he does, but if he says he got it, he got it. Unless he don't, I can clearly see he don't got it. Modern women are the world's best at continuing to show a face, to put on a front. And a man said, I wouldn't have it at this point in time. I think she needs help. But she told me not to help. She told me to leave her alone. I can't really tell if she needs help or not. And even when you can see that that woman clearly needs help, once again, there's been some weird stuff going on with these modern women to where you go and try to help them and they turn on you. So everything that I would have done naturally as a man, I'm second guessing myself because you've twisted and turned everything with your bad behavior.
These are the stages men will go through each year that they don't date or interact with women. The first 6 months to a year of not engaging with women, dating women, having sex with women, the repercussions are quite small, nothing too crazy after 6 months to a year. Now, after 2 years, I believe a guy starts to look at dating like it's not that big of a deal, and if it will happen, it will happen. As in, he starts to look at people that often or in relationships, they're the chosen ones. They were supposed to have it. They weren't supposed to have it. And if they do get it, it will have to come naturally. They're not going to go out of their way to go make it happen. In my opinion, after 3 years, your brain just goes numb to it. You just go, you know what? I don't really need dating. I don't need sex. I have my right hand. I have, my video games. I'm good. I'm fulfilled. In my opinion, that's your brain playing tricks on you because it's already tried filling you with negative dopamine about going down this path. But now your brain's like, you know what? F it. Screw it. Who cares? Me against the world, solo dolo. And when someone who hasn't had, a relationship, a date in 3 years plus, they see my content and they think I'm coping. Like they think I'm the one who's like doing the bad thing. In their head, they're like, why are you trying to lead men astray? Like, why are you telling me that I'm falling behind? I'm actually good over here. Even though these men could be addicted to, pornography, they're watching women, they're pleasing themselves to women, but interacting with them in person seems like, what? You can do that? If you're somebody who is a victim of this, you've gone 1, 2, 3 years plus, no dates, no sex, I personally want to help you. There's a video in my bio, give it a watch, and I'll be talking to you soon.
And another thing is that a lot of modern women don't like to take accountability. And a man can't live with you if that's the way that you think. There's nothing that I can do about that. There's nothing that I want to do about that. I can be at home, chilling, taking it easy. Why would I want to sit there and be bothered with you? Why would I want to sit there and have stupidity hanging around me? That's something that we got to figure out. That's the thing that we have to look for. Why would I want to be bothered with somebody that don't know how to act? And when they don't know how to act, they're looking at me like I done done something wrong, instead of taking accountability.
Sometimes the easiest way to truly offend another person is actually to treat them as a genuine equal and to hold them to the same standards that a person would hold any other person in society to. What do you mean by that? I'm sure a lot of you are wondering. Well, there are some, or rather I should say a lot of individuals out there that seem to think that by virtue of a fact they hold a certain characteristic or characteristics that they don't have to follow the same rules the rest of us do, that they are in fact entitled to special treatment and special consideration for having these characteristics. For example, there are some out there that will hate on and disparage entire groups of people because they happen to be of one particular demographic themselves, and therefore it's considered to be acceptable or in some way justified that they should do so. But if you point out that that is not what makes a good person and that someone shouldn't generalize an entire group of people, they get rather angry. I wonder why that is. So like I said, treat them as equals and hold them to the same standards and see how quickly they get upset.
You know, these modern women continue to be confused about why men aren't begging anymore. And a lot of men, I should say, have gotten to the point to where the interest level is not really clear, right? Number one. Number two, you know, a lot of these modern, and men continue to say this, you sit over there with RBF, so I'm not really even sure which way to go. I'm not sure if you like me. I'm not sure if you want me. I'm not sure what you got going on. I don't know you. I'm just coming up to strike a conversation to see if maybe there's something there. You got to give me something, right? You want a man to continue. Oh, well, you know, if I ain't showing you no attention, then you just keep on trying. At some point in time, you have to understand, because this is what you're going to want. You're going to want a man with dignity. You're going to want a man that doesn't get down on his knees and grovel and cry. That's going to be a sign of a weak man. You don't want that. Now, I understand if you got some years in the game, you doing for him, he doing for you, and he ain't been treating you right, at that point in time, you know, maybe he better switch it up and say, yeah, I kind of need you. But men don't even need y'all. Y'all haven't proven or shown to men what it is that you bring to the table.
The way you describe this, you're a horrible person.
I'm working on it.
No, you're not. No, you're still making excuses on this call. You said if he didn't want to stay with me after cheating, he should have left. You have absolutely no accountability. You fucked around on this man, and you're saying that instead of him cheating around on you, he should have left you because you were cheating.
Yeah, I feel like he made me feel under the impression that we were going to.
He didn't make you feel shit. You are in charge of your own feelings. See, that's what I mean. You're a grown woman sitting here lacking any accountability, blaming somebody else. And understand something.
No, I want to take accountability.
Ma'am, you haven't. No. Okay, well, the first way you take accountability is stop making excuses. What you did was absolutely horrible. You screwed his cousin? I don't care how young you were. I don't care. You weren't young. See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean right here. I said stop making excuses and look at what you do.
Okay.
You turn around and say, I was young. You weren't young. Why'd you have to go to his cousin?
Well, his cousin was actually the one who introduced us. I knew the cousin first, so.
Because you knew it would hurt him.
I guess.
You guess? He cheated on you one time and you decided to leave and take the child. And on the way out the door, you had sex with his cousin. This is the one we're talking about, taking accountability.
I am taking accountability, Kevin.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not, man. No, you're not. You haven't said the least bit of remorse. And I said, if after y'all broke up, why'd you have to screw his cousin? Because we haven't even got to the bigger part. Why'd you have to screw his cousin and have his baby?
I did try. I mean, I'm not going to get into the full details of the pregnancy, but it happened, you know?
What? It happened. No, ma'am, you happened.
And one of the things I don't think modern women understand, or they don't want to really give men credit for, is a man being competent. Right? And so they think the way they do things is the more competent way. And they'll sit up in your face and talk to you as if the stuff that you're doing is wrong. Like, God forbid, I don't need art and decoration and all this other stuff. I mean, it's nice to have, but I don't really need it in my apartment. That's not a need. Well, you don't have all these foods, this, and this in your apartment. It's just me. Why would I have a fridge full of stuff that I'm not going to eat? I have the food that I eat. Oh man, you got this, you got that. You only got ground beef and rice. Is there anything else I actually need? I mean, yeah, I can switch it up and find some other stuff. But there was one woman upset about trainers telling them what to eat and how to operate at a caloric deficit. Basically, as I think I remember it. They don't know women's bodies. What? So they say a lot of stupid stuff. They try to act like men aren't competent, when really it's just that he doesn't do it the way that you want him to do it. He doesn't allow you to get away with stuff that's not actually true. That's not actually true.
Crazy that so many women get so offended when a man's love language is physical touch, but those same women are the ones that expect men to accept them for their love language being gift giving, but then get mad at him for calling her a gold digger. And let's be so for real, these are the same women that claim they're so emotionally intelligent, but if you're so emotionally intelligent, then you would understand that physical touch is not just physical touch is hugs, holding hands, rubbing his back, rubbing his head, making him feel good, rubbing his shoulders. The only women that are going to get mad about a man's love language being physical touch are the women that don't understand what true intimacy is. These are also the same women that will tell you all day long, intimacy starts outside of the bedroom. Intimacy is something that happens all day long. And you know that about yourself. So why is it that when it comes to your husband or your boyfriend, all of a sudden you don't think that physical touch is more than just you expect these men to show up for you emotionally and be emotionally in tune with you every single day, but you're not going to show any type of affection or admiration or even touch him because you think somehow he only wants from you. A lot of these women are the same exact women that have a love language that is gift giving. So when a man calls you a gold digger, is that not the same thing? I can't stand these double standards, because how can you say on one hand that that man is a gold digger, but then on the other hand, when he wants his needs met, now he, only wants from you? Let's be so for real, the only women that care about gift giving are the women that are freaking broke, because when you can buy it yourself and you're a self-sustaining woman, you don't need to be out here on the top of your rooftops yelling, talking about buy me this, buy me that, take me on a yacht. I expect the whole 9 for my birthday month. Okay, bye.
A lot of times these modern women, a lot of them are spending, upwards of $10,000, $12,000. Things like BBLs, lip filler, and veneers, like stuff like that. And I've seen it. I've sat right there and listened to them talk about flying overseas and going over here to get this done and that done, which fantastic. But what they do with that is they'll come back and they'll post thirst traps with the stuff that they're getting, and they'll be upset at the men that are coming and giving them attention. They'd be like, why can't I get the man that I'm looking for? Well, I mean, even though the people that you went to did good work and you look nice, you look cheap, right? Number one. Number two, let's say that you don't look cheap. Let's say that you look fantastic, did a fantastic job on your face, the tummy tuck. I saw one lady that they gotten what they call like a mommy makeover or something like that. But you go and you do all that type of stuff and you don't even look like yourself anymore. And so essentially, and this is what modern women get mad at. They get mad at a man for saying, oh, well, I'll just, go get a doll or something like that. But then you want him You want him to accept plastic. Because after a certain point of time, that's essentially what you are. It's nothing but plastic. You're not a real person. Why would anybody that, well, there's some people I think that, they don't care about that type of stuff. But you have a lot of guys that would like you as much as possible, if you can, to be natural and to take care of what you got.
But the reason a lot of men ghost women is because women don't just make it easy for you to break up with them either. You see what I'm saying? Sure.
This about to be toxic because...
Gladly. So, again, it done been plenty of men. These women in the audience, these beautiful women in the audience that been dating. And he done sat her down and said, look, baby, you deserve better than me. You do. You know what I'm saying? You can do so much better than me. I'm not the man you need me to be right now. And I think that you should go out there and try to find somebody that's a bit more compatible for you. And that woman will look that man in the eyes and say, you can't tell me what I deserve. Right? So a lot of men feel like we got to give a PowerPoint presentation to get out of the relationship, and to avoid that, they'll just ghost your ass. Again, I'm not validating the behavior, I'm just giving perspective.
You see with a lot of these modern women is they want a healthy man, but they don't really want the boundaries, right? And so with a lot of these modern women, they'll sit up there and they'll continue to crash out on you. They'll continue to go towards men that are a fun time. They'll go towards men that keep their emotions up and down like a roller coaster. They'll go towards that type of man, right? But then later on in life, they'll want to, I'm tired of this stuff, man. I'm tired of the emotional roller. I'm tired of all the games. And they'll start going towards you. And even when they go towards you, they'll be like, oh man, I'm not used to this, and this. And the stuff that man that was doing that was chaotic, that was keeping them up and down, they're used to that. They'll expect that out of you. And when you just sitting there watching the game, they'll come and try to start an argument with you. Hey man, why don't we go somewhere? Hey, I don't feel like going out. Let's order something in. I'm going to watch the game. Why don't you sit and watch the game with me? Okay. And then, it feels good for the first few weeks, but until she gets that unhealthy attitude up out of her, she gonna give you problems. And if you want to deal with that, more power to you. You have to move past, oh, she's cute, so her little spiciness, I'm gonna leave that alone. To, if I'm gonna be in a relationship with this person, how are we gonna handle this? And it's not gonna be, I'm gonna get into a relationship with this person and we're gonna handle it after. No, we're gonna get an understanding. And then I need to see that you understand before we move into a relationship. Because ain't no use in me and you continue to talk if you're not displaying that you understand. Hey, these are toxic traits. These are things I need to get up out of my life. Now, you also have to understand that you're not going to see everything about a person. And so sometimes when you get inside a relationship, that's going to show up. Those toxic traits that you have and she has going to show up. But the idea would be that both of you would handle it, would be able to come to the table and handle at some point in time. You got your little bad attitude. She got a little stinky attitude. Y'all give each other some time. Okay. What I was saying was X, Y, and Z. You get mad again, you try it again. Okay, sorry about that. What I was saying was this, and this. And you keep on practicing, you keep on doing that until you can say, okay, I know I'm about to go off. I'm not even going to go in there. Will she come in? Hey, just give me a couple seconds. I'll talk to you in a minute. That's how you start. You've already set a healthy boundary. You're just trying to get in alignment with it.
How the heck am I single? Dating in 2026 is pretty much impossible. It's not that I can't get anyone, it's the fact that guys do not want to make an effort anymore. Like, I just go through all these talking stages, which last about a day, and then it just fizzles out. They'll add me on Instagram, they'll react to my stories, they'll send me fire emojis, try to get my attention, get their little ego boost, but they will never plan a date. Everyone's talking to everyone. They have a million other options. And it's just overwhelming. I can't be bothered. It's too hard. And I just don't even want to waste my energy on this anymore. Like, I have 0 talking stage left in me. I've had enough. It's like no one really wants to settle for anyone these days because they always think there's someone better because we have so many options. But at the same time, I think most of us are actually going to end up being alone because of that. So it's sad what the world is coming to. So I'm just going to focus on me and protect my peace. Very cliche. But what else can I do? I mean, I'm not going to waste any more time looking for someone because I just end up getting frustrated and upset.
I think what modern women don't really want to admit is that they've been on Hinge for 2 years, swiping left. If a guy is holding a fish or wearing a certain shirt, sunglasses as their first pick, and that type of stuff, then you want to post rants about how the algorithm is broken, Hinge is taking all my money, all of the good men are hid behind the paywall, and all that other stuff. Actually, if you would, I'm not saying that you have to pick the guy that you don't want to pick, but y'all are passing on men because he was holding a fish in his hand. He was holding a fish in his hand. Oh, well, he likes to fish too much. Isn't there some things that you like to do too much? Some of you ladies like makeup too much, and you'll spend hours doing that, but you want that man to leave you alone. Some of y'all are involved in gossip too much. Y'all will spend hours, days on end gossiping. Y'all will find new TV shows, new YouTube videos and channels that talk about nothing but gossip. That's all you want to hear about. And then you come home trying to talk that to him while he's trying to relax and play a game. You tell him about drama and stuff like that. And I know a man listen to you because you just go, oh, wow, that's crazy. But he'll listen to that and try to engage with you. But if a man wants to do something, oh, I really don't want to do that. So a lot of times it's the man having to take on what the woman wants to do, what a model, like for these ladies, at least what these ladies want to do, totally fully embrace it, or you don't embrace me, you don't really love me. And when a man says, okay, these are the things that I like to do, it's childish. That's childish. And you need to stop it immediately. Shaming men for doing the things that men like to do, instead of trying to sit down there and understand why he likes to do it, and maybe every so often getting involved in it. But if you don't like it, you don't have to do it. If the man's playing the game, go get some coffee, go watch your favorite TV show. That's the time alone that you can go spend with a girlfriend. Oh, we had a girls' night out. You know, we just went down there and we just got drinks and we just sat at the bar for a little while, and you know, after that we just came home. You know, I'll talk to my man for the rest of the night and went to bed. That could be the time that you're doing that. Or you go over her house and y'all have like a girls' night where y'all watch reruns of the 90-day Love Island stuff, or whatever you guys like to watch. Do that. But y'all be so far in a man's bit. Y'all be so far trying to stop him from doing the stuff that he likes to do, instead of getting involved and saying, okay, you know, let me come into his world. Most of the time it's, well, he got to come into mine. But if I see something I don't like and he gonna want me to get involved in that, swipe. Okay, in 10 years you'll be like, oh, well, where are the good men at? You just kept on swiping on them.